everything.
Yeah, let's look at the stats that we show here. 39% win rate. It's not too bad. 48% precision there on Anu's side with a 25-second guess time. That sounds pretty quick to me. I didn't really expect that.
I did not expect that at all. I didn't know Anu is that fast with it. We have a win rate of 36% for Sp4ghet with a precision of 47%, which is also very solid. And Sp4ghet is more of someone who likes to take his time. We have 39 seconds on an average guess time here.
I think that's the longest in the whole league, if I'm not
pretty
mistaken.
long. Yeah.
But as you can see, the other stats, very, very similar. 48, 47, 39, 36. I mean, those are literally just head-to-head stats. Just the time is very different.
Yeah, if you're looking at these stats, if you are Anu, I think you will try to put the pressure down. I guess that's the way to go if you want to beat Sp4ghet here, because it looks like Sp4ghet is a player who likes to take his time on every round. And if you don't give him that, it could come handy for you.
And as I just said, Anu has not played a lot of games, but if you look at the, I would say, games won per match, he has pretty much the same as Sp4ghet, so this could not be any closer, really. And we start off in Norway with the long dashes.
We have the long Norwegian dashes, again those red wooden buildings that you find in the Nordics. And as you already said, they are very similar stats-wise, therefore this could be a very interesting match.
This didn't look max north to me, I could
going
be wrong.
very, very far north. I don't know what led him to do that, but...
I didn't see anything that would indicate that, but yeah, very surprised there. That is such a risky guess. I mean, you can't really go further away in the northeast.
Definitely for round one. I don't know why he took that risk, or maybe there was something that made him think it's north. I don't know what it was.
I guess we will never know.
We will never know, but it was somewhere in the middle, so not losing too many points since Sp4ghet went a bit further south.
And he keeps up the insta-guessing. This one should be a bit easier though with the guardrail we just had out of concrete.
Very common in British Columbia. You see it all around. See it in some places in the US as well, so don't guess blindly of that, but Anu is getting a bit closer here.
Yeah, that's always the thing with newer players. They learn a certain thing, and when they see it somewhere else, they're like, wait, guys, somebody told me this was over here. What's going on?
Sure.
It's a combination of everything.
Sure.
Pretty much. And wow, good signs here.
I mean, Bergen and Oslo won't help too much, but...
Hagenes and Honnefoss on the 16.
Those are the two cities you look for on the 16 between Oslo and Bergen, and if you figured out where they are, you get somewhere in between. And that's what
right
both
down.
players did. Anu a bit closer, picking up 100. Now you would say, what is 100? Who cares about 100? We go back to the game where Emerain won with 8 HP.
True.
Therefore, you could need those points sometimes. And we move over to this round, which looks like Argentina to me.
Yeah, we have the big concrete round poles there and an Argentina flag.
We have a flag as well.
Very nice building here.
That's a cool roundabout, I can't lie. That's a very cool roundabout.
Yeah, couldn't be Germany.
No.
We don't do anything artistic here.
No, I mean it would... I mean it's not the best to have in a roundabout because it's hiding your sight. So safety first.
True. And it says Municipalidad de Luján. Can somebody find that? And he found it.
Yes, Sp4ghet
Wow.
is on it.
That's a very
That
quick
will
find.
be a lot of points if Anu sticks in the north.
I agree, it looks northern, like that would not be my region guess. It's gonna be very big points here.
Is indeed, even though they are both in Argentina with 2.5x damage. That was almost game. So Anu got a little bit lucky there to not commit even further north, because that would have cost him the game.
Yeah, now it gets really hard for him, because if he insta-sends every single round now, it's gonna be... Krakow.
Krakow.
I mean, it definitely Schleswig-Holstein with the ending. it's like a Polish ending, and we have a
Yeah, we
town
have more
and
signs there.
why does he not move to it, or does it say any big city on it?
I don't know. Like usually you want to get to the other side, so you
Yeah.
have the Landkreis.
It's still a very good guess with the name of the town. It should be somewhere in the
Spaghetti
northeast.
is pretty far south. I don't think you get O endings there.
You get it all the way to the
too much as you get in the north.
Definitely more common in the north. Could be some nice points. At
Definitely
least-
possible, but yeah, with the OW ending, you always consider the area around Berlin, north of Berlin.
And we will see an instant here. He puts all his confidence in this guess, but there is a sign. Is that helpful? It looks like both of them are in Puerto Madryn or Puerto Piramides, but if it is...
Now you have to use the compass and look on which side the
if
watch
it
is.
is where Spaghetti is, it might even be enough to end the game.
Yep, it was even further south.
Maybe it didn't say Chubut.
The
Who knows?
pressure that Anu is putting on Spaghetti is something I kind of did expect, but he's sticking with it. Which we are
Will
in
he stick with it now,
Bangladesh.
though?
Again, you will definitely have a region name here somewhere.
Yeah,
Let's see.
there's just too many signs here. It looks like there's a sign. There's like an address on every single sign. Now you just have to find a sign that is very easily readable.
Yes.
Now you either read it or you compare the letters. Both are valid.
I can't really read it because it is a bit too small on my screen.
That is the case sometimes.
I think it starts with KO or show. Oh, it's saying Norakali.
Murakali.
Yes, and that Norakali. So that's northeast, right? Norakali?
I mean, you tell me. If it is
South side?
northeast, that might be game for Spaghetti. Don't see it.
Where was Norakali?
There it
Norakali,
is.
southeast.
So Anu is on it,
And
fighting back.
this-
And now, do you get nervous if you're Spaghetti? You just had 5,600 points to
Maybe,
300
maybe yes.
now.
Especially with the multipliers also ramping up. This lead doesn't mean too much anymore.
No, especially... Oh, we have a phone code. They are regional. And you even have an address there. Can somebody make that out? Combining.
Kirov. Kirova?
It does say Dnepropetrovsk, which is the long version of Dnipro. So that one is 85
Sure.
kilometers to the west. And if you find the other city to the east, you should be on it. The question is...
Yes, Spaghetti has those signs, but
The thing is, it's one of those things you have to know
look
that...
like, yeah, it doesn't look like he knows how to make usage of that. Because he is looking for a town that is with a longer name. But he decides to still guess around there.
I mean, both of them are so close to each other, but this could still be game. If Spaghetti gets closer here, this might be enough to win.
Yeah.
Looks like there's enough difference.
Cool, and Anu again. Just slightly closer.
And Spaghetti leans
And
back, he's
now
like...
I would say
"Ooh."
this is very even. Now this lead doesn't mean a lot at this stage of the game. With 5 times damage
This-
in Russia.
In Russia, but we do have signs here. Kazan. Ooh, 5 cable round. Now you have to really use your skills. But does Anu know where
Damaskino?
Kazan... Okay, he can read it, good. Was scared for a second there.
Yeah, the off-road to Damaskino or something.
That looks
But
like a
that's-
pretty small town. It doesn't say how close we are to Kazan, so it's kind of hard to estimate.
Yeah, I don't see it on their maps, so you either line up the road or you look for more information here.
And he looks for more information. They both look at the same sign now where the road is going that they're on. And it looks like it goes to... Okay.
Another
This
sign
would
with a lot
be-
of information, and it's also telling you
They're
to
so close to
span
each
where
other
you
now.
are.
And that's
But
gonna
it
be
is Spaghetti. And he is happy to finally get this game done.
Yeah, you made it, you know.
Anu did put some insane pressure on him by just staying alive in the game. Getting into the later stage, but in the end, Sp4ghet managed to pick up the win.
Yeah, this could have been a way closer game if Anu didn't make those early mistakes in Norway, and he made another mistake that I don't remember, but there was something else. But other than that, once he started moving, he actually used the info pretty good. So
I do agree. I don't know if he would have survived this Russia round if he didn't go all the way north in Norway.
Probably.
Not sure, but yeah. We are getting ready here, waiting for the next game to load up. We are going over to no move, where both players can't move at all. They are stuck on a panel and can look around.
Yeah, Sp4ghet taking a big sip of the monster. Paid ad, by the way.
Surely.
Had the white one, though. I don't like that one.
At this point, he should get a sponsorship.
Facts. Alright, let's move. No move game.
We do start right here, right now. It looks very deserty.
It looks like Max North Qatar, like the northern coast.
Yeah, we have a flag, which helps you. Because nowadays you can have toss-ups between Qatar, UAE, or even Oman.
Yeah, Oman doesn't never have an antenna though, so
yeah,
usually pretty easy.
Yeah, in this case, the car helps. And even which type of antenna can also help you guessing within Qatar.
True.
Whether
Short
it's a
one
long,
should be further north.
middle, or a short antenna.
Short one should be north of Doha, but this is pretty hard to line up. There's so many small enclaves, like in just too much. But I kind of like Sp4ghet's lineup here.
I don't see the port for Sp4ghet, but everything else looks good.
And he is on it.
And it was indeed there.
Yeah, it looked very, very good.
Good find from Sp4ghet there. Scanning along the north of Doha until he found something that does line up.
Well, they won't line up this road.
Moving over. I know some players who would line this up out of habits. I always line up roads. I don't care.
We have no car here, but I still think it should be Europe. I was thinking about UK.
Places where you don't get the car visible are a couple nowadays, but usually it was like Belgium, or you could see it in Austria. However, both of those countries are not something I consider here. Therefore, it makes it a bit more interesting. We have those head shows, which you see more in France and the UK.
Yeah.
So those are the two countries I consider here.
Especially with the narrow road, I really consider UK here. I don't really see Belgium. And Austria's not in the picture, I would say.
Yeah.
Just by how it looks. So
No.
kind of like the
This
UK.
type of road and vegetation I like.
Sp4ghet thinking about going UK, but he will stay in Belgium. And it is Belgium.
It was Belgium indeed.
The car matter stays strong.
It does stay strong. To be fair, it didn't really strike me as Belgium, but if you trust the meta, if you go by chances, that's the place you have to guess there.
Yeah, but this one should be very easy. I think both know the road here. I think one of the most unique roads in Canada.
Indeed, with
Especially
this
because it's unpaved.
season, yeah, unpaved. It's the 4 in Yukon, the Highway 4. It's a pretty long road though, therefore...
It gets paved at one point though, so you kind of need to know where it's paved and where it's unpaved. And Anu was confused there for a second.
You're always safe to guess somewhere along the middle. However, around Ross River you should see mountains.
Yeah, we did see some mountains west, so it makes sense that we're in the flat part looking west. And that
south
part,
of Ross River.
both guesses are on, I think it's paved on
Is
that
that where it
part.
starts paved?
Yeah, I think it gets paved there. But
Yeah.
I mean, you really have to look at the road, and who has time for that, really?
True. And we are back to the United States. We had
Trump
a couple of them.
2024.
You could use that Trump advertisement sign to make a region guess within the United States. However,
I don't know what I'm looking at.
yes, I have no idea either. It looks kind of hilly. So I again like Virginia maybe.
Maybe. I
Because
mean,
similar to the previous round we had early in the tournament, we had a round in Virginia where it looked just hilly without any strong clue.
yeah, and also, you know, states more in the Northeast are usually more Democrat states, so maybe the Trump advertisement
You
makes
can
it a bit
use
more
that.
south.
You can use that. It was Pennsylvania though. Did we have no front plates? I don't know. I couldn't.
I mean, we didn't see
tell.
any plates, I think, but you know,
It was-
Pennsylvania being a swing state, but Trump won this year, so maybe meta.
Yeah, could be a matter, but then you also need to know the year of coverage.
This just looks like you slammed Georgia
On
South Carolina
yes,
border.
but this time, yeah, this time I'm afraid of the Carolinas because I feel like I don't know, South Carolina does also makes sense here. I did not think of Florida
It
first,
could be the
but
northernmost
I
part of Florida.
can see it. I did
kinda
not
like-
think it, but I can see it.
If Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina had a tri-point, I would guess there. But they don't.
Let's see where those players end up guessing here. Not really a lot of clues. We don't have any reflectors, which you
Is
sometimes
Manu's game
can
frozen
use to-
because he's not looking at the game? He's on his second monitor.
I don't know. I think did he get a guess down? No, he
No,
still
he's
doesn't have the
not
map.
in the
Oh
game.
my! It looks like he has some difficulties.
Yeah, just looks like he's. And it was Georgia South Carolina border.
Was
Called
the
it.
border?
But
I don't know on which side.
And
The game.
game was paused by the admins. Not sure what happened there. We will know sooner than later. But at least my call out was correct.
I assume Anu had some technical difficulties. It looked like it.
Yeah, he was in an NPC
So-
screen the whole time. Actually, Spaghetti was an NPC in the side as well, and was like, wait, why is nobody panning? But it seems like something went wrong for one player.
Yeah, and thanks to that wide angle on Spaghetti's cam, we can see he is chatting. Maybe with the devs.
Probably, yeah. I mean, he wouldn't mind a 2-0 victory, you know? And wow,
That
next
is
round,
correct.
but he's on 0 HP, you reckon?
That's something I haven't seen before.
Oh, there's the HP back.
Oh, okay. He got his HP back and we move over to a Brazil round, because why not? We didn't want a back-to-back US. Come on, who wants that?
We have no supports, but Anu is looking at the screen now.
Yes, so yeah, for the viewers out there, no supports on the polls are usually common the northeastern regions of Brazil, way more common there. And especially with the looks, how sandy and dry it is, that checks out. We have Spaghetti hovering over Pernambuco, which is always a good safety hedge.
Yeah, it's pretty much the middle of the northeast, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's usually the standard guess.
Everything around Pernambuco can look like this, so might as well guess inside it. And again, we don't have Anu putting down any guess at all.
Yeah.
Nope.
Looks like he is stuck somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But we will figure out and then have a fair game, I hope.
I hope so too. But yeah, for now let's discuss what we had seen so far in the games. Anu did actually play very fast. I didn't have that.
Well, we saw it in the
My
stats, but I
mind,
also was very
yeah.
surprised when I saw
Yeah.
it in the stats. On the other hand,
Exactly.
Spaghetti is the longest average guess time in the whole league. I checked that. Him and I think it was... Who was it? Who else takes very long? Now I forgot it.
Sure, I
But-
could
I
We
remember.
have like... Also depends, okay, on all... It was 39, right?
Yeah, 39.
For him.
Pretty tough to beat.
So we have also a 38 from Fly Me. We have 38.5 for Spaghetti. 38.9 for Eamon.
Ooh. Okay.
We have 42 from Trishta.
Okay. Okay.
That is pretty long.
That is very long.
Another 41 from Consus, actually.
I mean, have you not watched Consus games? He opens
He
the
does
map with 3
always-
seconds left. I get a heart
that's-
attack when watching Consus.
That is actually not surprising. He does take his time.
If he
does
was
take
playing
his
from
time.
Australia, his guesses would not
Yeah.
get in time. Most
No
of the time.
chance. No chance. But yeah, I'm surprised. Like you already said, we had the stats, but I couldn't remember him playing that fast pace. But he definitely did prove it on this game so far that he is indeed a very fast plonker. And it almost worked out on the moving game against Spaghetti. He got him down to his knees, but Spaghetti could get the win on the rush around there.
3rd time's the chime.
Yeah. And we are in what looks like Peru to me.
Yeah. Black car, and doesn't look like Argentina to me, especially with the grass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
so
where
this
do you
is
guess?
basically
Somewhere
only a
south.
landscape guess. I feel like the south is more likely.
Actually,
The southern half of Peru, but I could see it on either side.
I want to
I
change
am
my
not
guess. I want to
sure.
go just slightly southeast of Lima. Yeah, exactly where Anu is. I kind of like that. Actually, both players are there.
Yeah. Well, with south, I did also consider south of Lima.
Yeah,
like anything
I was thinking
south of Lima.
I was thinking even very far south, but usually the hills are very, very dry there and not, covered with this grass. If that makes any sense, but we will see.
Does make sense to me, and hopefully also for everyone else. They do end up in a somewhat similar region. But Peru is a bit bigger than a lot of people
Okay,
expect, and it was just north. I mean,
That is not where
again,
I
you
would've
go
guessed.
you go by chances. You see the pros guessing there. Ziggy guessed there. I guessed there.
The viewers
I
guess
mean,
there.
The viewers
RC
also
5Ks.
thought. Everyone thought it's south of Lima. Come on. And we move over to a Brazil round. I want to say again, but the previous round didn't count. With this pavement, I feel like we are a bit more south in the country.
Yeah, very interesting.
Especially also with the round pole, I feel like we could be very far south. I would go as far as saying this could be RGDS. Rio Grande do Sul.
As of right now, I kind of
Is
like just the Sao
possible.
Paulo guess here.
Mm-hmm.
Just because
Yeah.
usually in the very far south you get like this octagonal pavement. And usually I've never seen blue car, but
Oh,
I'm
the
not very
car
up
could
to
be a
date
good
with
clue.
I'm not up to date with the copyright matters of Brazil, but it's not my
Neither do I.
problem anyway because I'm not guessing.
Yeah. I mean, by default, I like the Sao Paulo guess, but as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it is all the way south. So let's see if they go by the default guess. They do, and it does indeed end up in the Sao Paulo state. Similar guesses.
Yeah, we see a pretty big swing now, pretty much evening it out. I mean, with the Maltese, it gets more and more even. Like, the difference doesn't really matter that much anymore in the later rounds.
Nope.
But it can matter. We have a tuk-tuk there. Do you know
Yes, this time. I hope we don't see anyone guessing Thailand. It should be Philippines, especially with that insulator on that concrete pole. Also very common in the Philippines. But that trike does not look like something I know. In fact, there are only a couple trikes I know, maybe like 5 or 6, and basically every city has their own.
The thing is,
Almost.
usually the Luzon tuk-tuks are very specific, and this doesn't remind me of any of those. So maybe we're on Mindoro or something, a bit further south, but both of them, going by the chances really, if you see very dry landscape, usually the default guess is Luzon, and that's where both of them go. Spaghetti with a very risky guess, going the max north.
Yeah, along the west coast of Luzon, you see a lot of this dry season, and it was a bit further south, was indeed on the bay, west coast, but
yeah, Sp4ghet won the
it's a
game
pretty
twice
long
already, but it's not over yet. And now he's 1k points down. This should be a very quick round. These hills are very famous with the follow car. Usually Bauchi, Gombe, Yos.
yeah, I thought of Yos here, but anything around that region does make sense.
I like Bauchi. I don't. Is that the way
I
you
would
pronounce
guess
it? That's not the way you
Bauchi?
pronounce it.
Maybe.
It is.
It is Bauchi or Bauchi.
Bauchi. I don't know. Somebody has to tell me how to pronounce that. But
Bauchi or
Bauchi.
Bauchi or however you want to pronounce it.
Bauchi, yeah, maybe. But we are back.
Yep.
But I think this time,
Looks like
Arch, right?
what was the car?
Wait,
No, are those white signposts?
is this a black car or a white car? I couldn't see
I
it.
want to say it's white.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
Bolivia.
Then it is.
Or Chile? Because I feel like those signs would be so off for Bolivia on a gravel road like this. Would you get those signs in Bolivia in the middle of nowhere? I feel like that's more a thing you would see in Chile,
It
but
would be Chile the other option because they're not striped like in Peru, so it's between those two.
yes.
The thing is, if it is in Chile, it's very far south, I would say, like way more south.
Yeah. Like the fact that we have signs on a road like this makes me think Chile more than Bolivia, but
But the rest
the landscape definitely looks Bolivian, so anything in that region does make sense. And we do have this split up,
we have 5x damage, so a lot on the line.
and you trust the infrastructure of the roads.
And Sp4ghet ending up losing this game, even though he took down Anu twice to 0 HP, but without any guess on the other side. And that means we get an NPC game finally.
Indeed, we did not have any guess from Anno on the previous round, so therefore we don't know what would have happened. We can only say that Anno took this one home, and now we are going over to NMPZ, back to the... Is it the United States?
I thought so, especially because we're looking straight north.
Double guardrail,
Yeah.
merging into one. I've never seen that. A fusion of a double guardrail ending to a single one.
I want to say
I
this looks
don't
like
know if that's
Missouri or
a
something.
Region-specific thing.
Gravel landscape. I want to go Missouri or something a bit more west. Tennessee.
Yep, I like that mid-eastern region.
But obviously pretty hard rounds.
Similar guesses both in Tennessee. It is Louisiana. Yeah.
Not my first guess.
Any explanation?
No.
Not from me.
Especially with the gravel road. That seems very weird to me. But what do I know?
Agree. This looks like either... What do we have here actually?
It's a bit weird because we don't have any water tanks.
I thought Serbia.
Yeah, Serbia is possible.
We have an
Southern Serbia.
antenna, but I mean you could get it in Nish.
Yeah, that could be hilly enough. But we have a Croatia, I guess.
It was Nish.
And it was niche. But yeah, I mean, I thought about Albania first, and then I saw the no water tanks, and I was like, okay, this can't be Albania if you have this
Also-
many houses.
Yeah, that poll was North Macedonian or Serbian with the post on it. I still don't know how you call them.
Sticker. I don't know.
Sticker, poster.
This looks like a very unique looking road in the Amazon, but I don't know which one it is. So we could see anything here really. From the game to 0 points, everything is possible.
I mean, we have mentioned that polls are very useful to make a region guess in Brazil. However, we don't have any here, so it's a pure landscape guess that those players have to put down.
No poles, no car. Car colors are also very helpful in Brazil. No, I mean, maybe they have copyright, but without car, it's pretty much useless. So they are really stuck here without any good clues. Really just the landscape.
That's the best outcome, honestly, because it's in the middle of both.
Anu was on that road
Anu
initially.
did switch around a little bit. He's a bit mad about it. Very understandable.
I think it was his first guess down. It was exactly that road, but then he switched a lot of places, so... Yeah.
Okay, we are in the United Kingdom again with those double yellow outlines.
Very interesting house on the left there.
But how do you... Okay, that house, I can't put it anywhere. Is it like very far north or is it very far south?
I would say very far south.
Southwest, even.
Maybe.
London.
Just London.
Got London Plunk from Sp4ghet.
That's all you
Picking
need
up
sometimes.
cover points, yeah. We have seen it a lot of times. We're just clicking in a city.
And this just looks like
Does
free
help.
northwestern Ghana here with the unpaved road. There's not a lot of roads in general in Ghana covered, but unpaved even more so.
Also those trees are very common in the northwest. Those small lush green trees, no palm trees. Something you see a lot in the northwest. But it already starts in Var all the way to the north, so still a pretty long span.
Yep.
Let's see where they both end up. Anu is committing very far northeast. Northwest, sorry.
Yeah, always interesting. Sp4ghet always takes the whole time. Oh. Yeah, okay.
Excuse me.
That is quite interesting.
Alright then.
Well, well, well. Always good to
Well.
see the pros at it, right?
I'm just happy they like both agree with us most of the time, so can't be too mad about it.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I didn't know the road, but now we go into a very interesting round. Urban Russia. Looks like we have a lot of birches, so I could see Omsk, but I could also see
Yes.
a lot of places.
Bus stop. Bus stops are sometimes region specific in Russia, and this one looks like a unique one. I don't know it though, and I don't know whether Anu or Sp4ghet did put time into learning stuff like Russian bus stops. I can understand the surrogate guess.
Yeah, I definitely could see it. Maybe we just... And now both aren't so good. I could definitely see
Because
it.
the vegetation that we see here does kind of look northern.
And now we have a Siktiv car. I don't like that one, though. I kind of like Surgut or Omsk here. I don't really see that. Usually the trees look way different, but we'll see who's right. It is kind of in the middle, luckily
somewhere.
for Anu there.
Yeah. Again, Anu switched a bit to the west of Surgut and went even further west. That's also what happened in Brazil, where he went even further away from his original guess. So I hope he doesn't get too mad about it and stays focused.
Okay, what am I looking at
Ever
here?
we have a random bridge. And
he
that's
thinks-
about it.
And he thinks it's over the Parana River. Going southeast over a... Question is it a river or a lake? Because I'm not
It's-
sure. It doesn't look like it's flowing.
Well, a bridge like this you would get...
Because you
I'm
could go
not
around the
sure,
lake, you know. Why would you
actually.
build a bridge if there's just a lake? You could just build around it.
Yes,
So maybe it's just...
that was also my thought. So therefore a bridge like this goes over a river, I would say.
Okay, I mean, Sp4ghet is not even sure in the country yet. We have an Arch guess. We have a US guess. I thought Arch was correct just because the sun looks north to me. With the shadows.
Yes,
Getting
I do
cast.
agree.
So, yeah, we definitely maybe see the game. I think it's Arch. Let's see what it is. And it is very
It's
far
pretty
north,
far
though.
north
And what
in
a
Argentina,
comeback.
but that is enough for Anu to turn it around.
Yeah, from almost losing 2-0 twice because of no guesses, he goes all the way back. Turns around the game to a 2-1 victory.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still a very even game.